Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my favorite DIY haircut for layers and volume. This is going to be my second time giving myself this cut, and I have been cutting my hair for about 2 years now, and this is by far my favorite technique. I've tried the butterfly haircut, the pigtail haircut, the unicorn haircut, and this one just takes the cake. So it's been about 4 months since I last trimmed my hair, and I am due for a little refresh. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm not going to take too much length off, just about 3 fingers worth. This is Wayne Tuggle's technique. I found him on TikTok, so I'll have his info linked in the description box if you want to check him out for yourself or reference any other cuts, because he does amazing work. He's a celebrity stylist, so he's definitely credible. I'm going to start by creating 4 sections, starting right behind my ears. So he doesn't make precise sections for his haircuts, but he's a professional and I'm not, so I am just trying to do everything I can to not mess this up. So I like to make my sections as precise as I can, just in case. And then I'm just gonna part it down the middle back here. I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can. I watched his videos close to 100 times before I actually understood how to do this myself, just because it took a while for it to click. I'm gonna cut the front sections first. If you always wear your hair curly, then you wanna cut your hair curly, so that's what I'm gonna do. And he never brushes the hair, but he does finger comb the curls, so that's what I'm gonna do. So my hair is gonna get a little frizzy, but that's fine. I'm just gonna wet it with water to restyle it once I'm done with the whole cut. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this front section is pull it up, and then we're just gonna go across ear to ear is what he says. So the front 2 sections, you're gonna go across ear to ear. I'll show you the other side after this side. So finger comb it through, bring it to the other ear straight out, and I said I'm gonna cut about 3 fingers worth. Not much, maybe that's a little bit more because it's curly. So I'm just giving myself a trim, so I'm not trying to cut too much, but 3 fingers is the perfect length in my opinion. So that's about 3 fingers right there. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna kick it back at 45. And that's the part that confused me, but what that basically means is you're just going to cut it at a 45-degree angle rather than cutting it straight across. He said everyone's 45-degree angle is like an imaginary V on top of your head. So if you don't know what a 45-degree angle is, just do this, and then it's gonna be this angle. So this angle for your left side and this angle for your right side. So instead of cutting it like flat like that, you're gonna cut it like that. Same on this side. Instead of making a straight cut like that, a vertical cut, you're gonna make it 45 degrees at the angle like that. So I hope that helps. I know I didn't explain it very well, but that took me forever to grasp. And I do have professional hair cutting scissors because I am a beauty school dropout. These DIY haircuts were just destiny for me. Okay, so finger comb up, ear to ear, 3 fingers. Then I'm going to kick it back at 45. He said you want to make a harsh cut because that's gonna make your layers fall really nicely. Let's compare sides. I only took a little bit off on the right side, and you can barely tell a difference, which is nice. But once I re-wet my hair and style it, this one is definitely going to have more volume. Like this one's a little bit more flat because it's just a little bit longer. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing on my left side now. Okay, comb up, ear to ear, 3 fingers, kick it back at 45. Time for the back. We're halfway there. I'm gonna do the same thing and start to finger detangle my curls. Wayne said he doesn't brush curly hair, but I like to fully detangle my hair when I give myself this haircut, just to ensure that everything is cut perfect. Make sure you're giving yourself plenty of time when you're doing a DIY haircut, because you do not want to be rushing any part of the process. So for the back section, we are going to comb her up. This part is a little bit tricky because my hair is long, so woo. I'm gonna put my head upside down just so I can make sure I don't have any bumps. 10 hours later, All right, so I'm bringing my hair forward to the opposite eyebrow, and I am going to measure 3 fingers about there, and I'm gonna kick it back at 45. Okay, that's diagonal, and then I'm gonna cut that off. I think I did it. All right, so we're gonna flip her back over. That part is definitely scary because it seems like you're taking a lot off, but you're not. See, I still have my length, and then I have some layers up top, which is perfect. Yeah, I love this haircut. It's just honestly a magic trick. It looks like I cut a lot more in the back, but it's just 3 fingers. But because it's so full, it looks like I cut a lot more, so. All right, time to do the right side, and then I am going to trim my bangs, and then I'm done. The last time I gave myself this DIY haircut, I used another one of his techniques to take off some length, and I took a little bit too much off. I think I took off like closer to 3 inches, so I don't want to do that this time. I might take ½ an inch off, but I need my husband to help me because I can't do it by myself. It has to be behind my back, and I have to have my head looking down, so there's just no way that I can do it by myself. I tried. All right, so same exact thing, except this time I'm gonna bring my hair to my front left eyebrow, since this is my back right section. And I'm gonna put my head upside down again just to make sure it's all combed through because it's so long. 3 fingers about there. Looks like I got electrocuted. And then I'm going to kick it back at 45, make a slant, okay, a 45-degree angle, and then I'm gonna cut that off. And that's about the same amount that I cut on the left side, so let's do it. Okay, that's how much I cut. When I'm checking it, I'm just doing the exact same thing that I did, and I should be able to see the line and maybe like a few hairs that I missed, so I'll just go in and clean it up. Straight out, just like I did, and then kick it back at 45. Okay, boom, see that? That's like where I cut, and that's perfect. I haven't even retouched it, so just gonna clean up a few stragglers. So that's all I'm doing when I'm checking it. I'm just making sure that the line is there, and I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Flip her back, she's good to go. Let's see what she looks like. Yeah, the length is still there. Let's check to make sure they're even. So this is my shortest layer. Yeah, looks good to me. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, love it. Nothing like a nice trim to make you feel like a new woman. Now I'm gonna use his curtain bang technique to trim my bangs. So my bangs are about, yeah, they're definitely not even. So I'm gonna fix that. And then just take a little bit of the length off. So he says to part your hair at your recession, which is like right here, I guess. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make like a small circle. So the problem that I have with my bangs is I always take a bigger section than I should when I've cut them in the past. So I'm trying to learn from my mistakes and take less because, you know, less is more. So my bangs are a little bit longer than my chin, and I wouldn't mind taking out about 4 fingers. Because my hair is curly, it's gonna kink up, so I'd say about 4 fingers worth. So what I'm gonna do is comb my hair up, give it a light twist. I gotta get low. I look like alfalfa. I'm gonna measure 4 fingers about right there. So this is where I'm gonna put the shears and do like an open cut, open close cut, but very lightly, if that makes sense. And that's supposed to like take the middle out and make them fall really nice. So I'm like, how can I do this to where you can see? Hold up. 4 fingers is about right here, so that's where I'm gonna put my shears. That's all I took off, not much at all. I don't think I did the technique as good as I could have, but Let's see where it falls. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit by dusting the ends to make them more even. Look at those layers. I mean, it looks crazy right now because it's brushed through. And I only took this much hair off my head, which isn't bad at all. 3 fingers. If you just stick to the 3-finger method, you should be good. It's 2 days later and I washed my hair and styled it with the Denman brush. I love how the cut came out. Now all I need to do is go get it dyed so you can see the curls better. I feel like after I get my highlights added or the balayage, whatever she's gonna do, I think it's just gonna complement my cut so much more. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'll have Wayne Tuggle's information linked down in the description box so you can check out all of his cuts. Make sure you're following me on all my platforms because I post curly hair content on a regular basis and I post weekly vlogs every Sunday. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next week.